Lions head coach Rooyen and captain Marius Louw. What we'll do, we'll start with questions on the floor, and then we'll come to the guys online if they see Heinz and Rooyen and Dylan as well. So we'll kick it off with the guys here, and we'll take it. Walter, wanna go?
Cash, dit moet seker baie lekker voel as mens nou jou span so wedstryd sien speel en al hierdie harde werk van mens kan seker maar sê die laaste paar jaar en jy kry nou so groot telling teen 'n span soos die Sharks. Beskryf maar net die gevoel.
Ek dink trots sal ek eers sê. Ons het die laaste 2 weke regtig hard gepraat en hard gewerk rondom momentum terugkry aan ons kant of dit fisies in die wedstryd is en of dit mentally is soos die Engelsmans gesê. So om die wedstryd te gaan met warm en in die son begin, dan nat reën, dan in die kleedkamer sit en terugkom en hierdie ouens elke keer net aangepas het en ek wou sê in die oomblik gebly het is. Ek dink is 'n regtig groot area van groei vir ons wat ons gevoel het ons was nie goed genoeg gewees in die laaste billiging nie. So regtig trots op die ouens daarmee en dan soos jy sê die harde werk en die oefen. Ek dink ons kon sien die ouens het met goeie vryheid gespeel vandag en hulle besluit nie ons moet.
Daar was die vaste fasette het baie goed gegaan. Die scrums was goed, die lynstaan was baie beter as die bulle. En ja, wat wil jy bietjie sê daaroor die scrums en die lynstaan?
Ja, ek dink wat goed was is ek dink ons kom op belangrike tye kon ons dit gebruik. So ons is onderdruk gewees en ons is scrum en dan kom die scrum goed deur vir ons. Het ons toegelaat om voorvoetbal te kry, toegelaat om 1 of 2 keer met lekker voordeel amper sê go te. So vir ons goed gedoen, omstandighede soos hierdie waar hulle met stads in die grond kry en hard werk en dit is goeie.
En daar was 'n taktiek wat julle gebruik het wat mense nie baie sien die grabbers en die kort skoppies oor die lyn. Dit het nie eintlik gewerk in die eerste helfte nie tot laat in die tweede helfte het daar 'n 3 van gekom.
Ja, ek dink die omstandighede het ons toe gelei ook. Ook area van groei vir ons na die bulle wedstryd is as jy kan skop met goeie druk of met spasie, dis ook 'n vorm van aanval. Soos ek sê is ouens het regtig goed aangepas en oplossings kry.
En dan vra vir Marius daai jy sommer vroeg in die wedstryd 'n paar goeie duikslae ingesit en ek kan ten minste 3 onthou waar die ouens wat jy geduik het so bietjie bly sit het na die tyd. Was al bietjie gevoel vir jou in die wedstryd?
Ag ek dink elke wedstryd het 'n gevoel. Ek dink dit is vanselfsprekend dat 'n mens teen jou posisie of jou vorige span 'n goeie performance wil opsit. Ek dink dit gaan oor om nog steeds jou emosies te beheer en dit in aksie uit te lewer eerder as kwaad te wees of so iets.
Ek dis al wat ek wou vra.
Thanks, Walter. Sorry, and then
I would just like to know, what did you talk to you in the change room for that 45 minutes? How do you keep the guys motivated?
Honestly, we left them alone for 20 minutes. So we knew that the chances of coming back out after 20 minutes was slim. So the moment we started with our normal process, the moment we heard that, we literally told them, listen, we're probably going to sit for 20 minutes, so relax, refuel, rehydrate, make sure you're ready to go. Once we get back, we'll finish our debrief of the first half and then we'll do a quick 6-minute warm-up and then come out and play. So again, after what we spoke about the last 2 weeks, Mara, seeing the guys reacting to that situation was really pleasing.
Just some follow-up on that, just as boys handled the condition as well, they handled the opposition well. What's the way forward for the team? What are the draws? What are the things that you take out from today's game going forward?
I think with momentum, decision-making increases. With momentum, pressure increases. With set-piece momentum, you can stay on top of oppositions. I think that was good from our side today. We felt we generate momentum, whether it was through beating your man, whether it was through just a T-bone carry with quick ball. So I think we managed to get that aspect a lot better than 2 weeks ago.
Cash, it wasn't the perfect game. You guys started really well first 20 minutes, and you finished well that last 16, 15 minutes. Where do you think it sort of went wrong in that middle period when you guys went a bit flat? The Sharks sort of came back and put you under a lot of pressure.
I don't think that there will ever be a perfect game in that sense. I think, again, what we handled a lot better today was when the momentum swung, we managed to get it back on our side. I think that first period after the long break, it was a bit of an arm wrestle to see where is space or how can you get momentum back. I think the bench made a big difference. Almost bit us at 60, but luckily JC is adaptable and happy with defending space, which he picked up from the sevens. But I think historically, and let me say this, I think after the first 30 we could have got frustrated a little bit because we felt we had the upper hand. The scoreboard didn't really show, but after the 80 minutes to feel that the team almost stuck through the 80 minutes and kept composure is obviously positive for us.
And I think against the Bulls, sort of a problem was you guys were a bit flat on defence. You let in a few tries you probably shouldn't. Yeah, you guys defended really well. You held them up over the line twice, kept them down to one try. Was that nice to see that sort of kicking back well today? Yeah,
definitely. I think the margins is so small. They scored their 2 tries. Pressure's different. Everything's different. Us getting underneath them and seeing that desperateness from our side and seeing that almost refusing them to just get it easy. I think that for us, again, that's an area of growth. I don't want to use the term perfect, but I think defensively we were better today, but I think there's still some big growth we can get there, especially in conditions like this. To the opposition when it's wet and the ball is wet and the field is wet, can't get 6-7 passes in the rain. So I think that's a work on area for us because we'll probably play similar weather to this against Connacht in the next game. Different surface, but I think the weather is going to be pretty much the same. Probably about 20 degrees difference in temperature, but I think it's going to be wet. And whether it was through pressure or whether it was conditions, also felt we got away with 1 or 2 knock-ons from their side, which then allowed us to get back into set piece, which suited us today.
And obviously a big win after that run of defeats is a really good thing to give the guys a boost ahead of a tough 3-game tour overseas. Bit of a feel-good factor now in the squad, ahead of heading over for those 3 games in the Challenge Cup in the URC.
Definitely, we were really disappointed with the Bulls game now. We really felt that throughout the season we were there and thereabouts. Small moments, little disciplines that prevented us from getting a lot of wins. Getting this result in essentially a must-win weekend for us is obviously pleasant. I think once we get going now on tour, probably going to play 9 or 10 games in a row, which helps mentally because you can get into a rhythm and keep on going. Obviously this last 6 weeks was stop-start, so again getting this result after the last 4 to 6 weeks in terms of training and off days and more training and more off days is nice to see.
Was the win a bit sweet? Sorry, was the win a bit sweeter because they announced 2 big players from you guys in the week? Yeah.
We can't get emotional about that. We also spoke about it in the team. Rugby is also a business, and it happened. You never want to lose players. You never want to lose that kind of players. Huge potential, great guys to have in the team room. Just nice guys to be around. So obviously we sad losing them. Interesting tactics, but we can't let that influence us.
So just one more for me for Cash. Are you quite happy with the way sort of it's laid out now that you've got these 3 away games and you've got a really nice run at home to sort of finish off the season, especially considering they are quite big games? You've got 2 big Irish powerhouses here, you've got an informed Glasgow, so it's quite nice getting these away games done now, and then you can focus on trying to have a good, strong finish at home?
The interesting fact is I think all the teams that we're going to play is above us. And whether it's URC or EPCR, it's close. I mean, we know it's close, but it's almost we really enjoyed tour. Tour is good. It's a great time for us to spend together. Great time for us to go there and keep evolving our game because you can't play the same there than here. So to tour before that run, I think is nice for us. Get some good time together and then come back home and play the Leinsters and the Munsters and the Glasgows and all of them here. Especially after the mental growth I think we've experienced the last 2 weeks at home. Yeah, I think it's good.
Two more summer and
You got an update on the injury situation?
Unfortunately, not yet. It was quite a bit, to be honest. So hopefully Venter is fine. It's a lower leg, ankles and knee. They've been down at the field. So I think that's the first positive sign. Sanele had a little bit of a muscle scare, but I think we picked it up early enough, so that's not a big thing. And then Corneille seems to have a shoulder, but obviously we need 48 hours before we can scan and before we can know more. But we're going to pray for them. Hopefully they're not bad.
Marius, coach just mentioned about the shift in just the mental in the past 2 weeks. Did you feel that on the pitch? Do you feel that in the change room that the boys are handling the pressure a lot better?
Yeah, I think it's something we've spoken about a lot in the past few weeks also, and sometimes in the game it feels like you're under pressure, but you look back on a Sunday, you look at the game again and you actually don't understand why you actually feel that pressure, and it's obviously just mental. It's not really that they're actually so on top of you, and it's sometimes an illusion. So we knew that we had to just get another positive, stick to the basics, do our principles, get another positive, stick to our principles, and then the rest will sort out for itself.
Origin round, guys playing in the captains in your jerseys today, wearing your socks today. What is the banter from old school guys, the banter, rivalry? Is that just
Yeah, I think it's always good to go back to school where you came from, and I was very fortunate to also be in a really good school, and so was so many other guys, and it's good to hear the banter around. In my year, we would have beaten you, or we did this, so it's always fun, and yeah, what a great positive, and I think it lifted so many spirits in the team.
What do you think about that during the game?
No.
You didn't look down to your socks and arm
No, not really.
We'll take Ross and we'll check online. There's one
I
question.
just want to find out, in the second half there, or at the start of the second half after that delay, how were the conditions on the pitch there? Was quite difficult and a bit hard to, sort of get back into the rhythm that you had in that first half?
Yeah, coming out, I could actually feel my boots sink into the ground actually a little bit more. Could feel it was very wet. The ball was just spitting out, and so yeah, we spoke about set piece, and that was the thing that actually got us onto the front foot. And yeah, the conditions was really tough in the beginning, and very fortunate to get to the other side.
And in that first 20 of the second half, you guys were persisting on running the ball, and there were quite a few knock-ons there. Was there ever thought maybe to shift to a bit of more of a kicking game to sort of try put some pressure on them, or did you just persist with the run, and in the end it came off with those 3 late tries?
Yeah, I think you try and, it's a little bit of a checkers game in the beginning. You try and look for the space. They gave us a little bit of run space because they're trying to cover the backfield. They were trying to change their pictures as well, so we were just making sure we read the situation as it is and adapt to that.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Happy?
Yeah.
Anyone online? Heinz?
Thank you, gents. Wat moet gaan goed met julle? Cash, ek weet hy moes 'n bietjie vroeër afgegaan het ook, maar ek wou net by gehoor het jy nog enigstens byvoeglike naamwoorde vir Krappie en vir Sanele, jy weet, gegee met die invloed wat hulle nog steeds het.
Nee, ek dink, soos ek net gesê het, dis lekker om sulke ouens in span te hê. Ouens wat nie net vir die span is nie, maar ook ouens wat tough is, wat goeie besluite neem, wat all in is, ouens wat verskillende posisies kan speel en verskillende situasies kan omsluit. Ja, dis lekker om hulle by ons te hê.
En dan net vir Marius, daar is gepraat oor jy weet die soort van die benadering wat julle moes geneem het, jy weet nadat daai storm gekom het. Net van 'n spelerperspektief of weet veral jy as die kaptein, was jy ook redelik chuffed met hoe julle daai ontwrigting jy weet hanteer het. Wat was julle as spelers as benadering jy weet net om jy weet die ek wil amper sê die groter venster jy weet te hanteer en net ek wil amper sê die konsentrasie en die fokus te behou?
Ja, ek dink vir ons is dit nogals maklik geweest. Dit het ons eintlik ek dink gehelp. Ons het oor baie verskillende scenario's gepraat oor wat ons sal doen in hierdie situasie as hierdie gebeur en hoe ons vooraf beplan het en hoe hulle die prentjies vir ons gegee het in die eerste helfte en dan hoe ons dit dan gaan hanteer. So ek dink dit het ons baie gehelp om planne te maak van die veld af.
Awesome, dankie julle.
Thanks guys. Are we done online? Happy? Cool. Ladies and gents, thank you very much.
Okay,
One
sorry,
more pleasure.
What is your guys' schedule now ahead of that Connacht game? Obviously, you've got another 3-week break. You're losing 6 players tomorrow to the alignment camp. Are you going to give the guys a bit of time off now this week and then get back into training, or what's sort of the build-up there?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of time off. We've also got 2 warm-up games scheduled for this week and the week coming and the week thereafter. A couple of guys coming back from niggles and injuries. Also, we've got a group of about 24 players that hasn't really played recently. So I think it's a little bit of increasing game time for certain players and a little bit of decreasing volume for other players in these teams.
And sorry, who are you guys going to be playing in those orders?
We're playing the S720s this week coming and then we're playing the Pumas the week after.
Thanks, sir.
Cool. Thanks guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks everyone.